Do you still feel desire? Or do you think it simply disappeared with time? The truth is that age does not erase pleasure, but what you eat every day may be silencing your body without you realizing it. In this eye-opening video, you'll discover the 3 common foods that reduce your libido after 60, what to replace them with to reignite desire naturally, a simple 5-day eating plan to improve circulation, hormones, and pleasure, and the real habits of the most sexually active seniors in the world. This video is not just about food, it's about reconnecting with your body, with touch, with the energy that still lives within you. Watch until the end and allow yourself to live with more presence, vitality, and pleasure. Have you ever wondered why, even when you feel healthy, desire simply fades away over time? Why has the natural fire that once existed become just a memory? It doesn't matter if you're 60, 70, or 80 years old. Desire doesn't disappear with age. It disappears with habits, with daily choices that seem harmless, but silently destroy your body's chemistry, especially the chemistry of pleasure. What we're about to reveal may shock you. 3 foods that you probably eat every week, and that are slowly turning off your desire, your libido, and your natural ability to feel pleasure. And the scariest part, no one talks about it. No doctor mentions it, no packaging warns you, but your body feels it, your energy feels it, and your partner feels it too. The first food may seem harmless. It's in your breakfast, afternoon snack, bread, crackers, and those cookies you think are just a snack. We're talking about hydrogenated vegetable fat. It's in margarines, stuffed cookies, industrialized pasta, and even fitness products. This fat is modified in the laboratory to last longer on the shelves, but inside your body, it drastically reduces blood flow, hinders circulation, and directly impacts the genital region. Yes, you heard right. It stifles your own desire, reduces the sensitivity of nerve endings, and interferes with sex hormones like testosterone and estrogen. And the worst part? Over time, you don't even notice. You just feel your body slowing down, your touch less intense, your response taking longer. You think, oh, it's age. But it's not age. It's what you're putting on your plate. Want a real example? Mrs. Ilza, 66, a widow, said she would never feel pleasure again. Until, guided by a nutritionist, she completely cut out filled cookies and margarine from her diet. In just 21 days, she reported more energy, a feeling of warmth in her body, and for the first time in years, a desire to touch herself, to reconnect with her own body. All this without hormones, without medicine, just through food. Now, if you need a substitute, swap margarine for extra virgin olive oil. It activates nitric oxide, which dilates blood vessels, including in intimate areas. Use avocado instead of industrial creams, and for a snack, dried fruits with nuts. It gives you satiety, energy, and yes, it also activates your libido. But that's just the first poison. The second food is even more treacherous. It is disguised as something good for your bones and a source of calcium, and has even been promoted by health campaigns for decades. But the truth is that it is one of the biggest causes of a drop in sexual desire after the age of 60. Overly pasteurized cow's milk and its ultra-processed derivatives, such as melted cheese, cream cheese, and sweetened yogurt. And why? Because modern industrial milk, in addition to being full of bovine hormones and antibiotic residues, increases inflammation levels in the body. And when there is inflammation, the body goes into a state of alert. It deactivates functions that are not essential for survival, and one of them is desire. Yes, your body chooses between fighting inflammation or keeping your libido active. And guess who loses? Now you may be thinking, but I've been drinking milk since I was a child. Yes, but your body is not the same now. As time goes by, the ability to digest lactose and casein decreases. The intestine suffers, the liver accumulates, and the brain distances itself from the sensation of pleasure. Want proof? Several studies have linked high consumption of processed dairy products to reduce total testosterone levels in both men and women. That's right. Women also produce testosterone, and it's crucial for desire, lubrication, and vital energy. The substitution here is simple and delicious. Use homemade plant-based milk, almond, cashew, or coconut. And if you want something creamier, try natural yogurt with kefir, unsweetened. It helps your intestines, balances your hormones, and, as a bonus, improves your mood. And you know, a relaxed mind is a body that is more available for pleasure. But the third food is missing, the most consumed of all, the most socially accepted, the one that seems so innocent, but is like acid running through the veins of your desire. And that's what we're going to talk about in the next part, along with the foods that naturally activate your libido and can rekindle pleasure like you haven't felt in a long time. Get ready. What comes next could change your intimate life forever. The third food seems harmless. It's in the kitchen cupboard, in the fruit bowl, in the bread you eat for breakfast, in the processed juice, in the afternoon muffin, in that sweet treat after lunch. It lives in your habits, in your routine, in your automatic state. But its impact is so aggressive on your desire that, over time, you simply turn off inside. We're talking about refined sugar. Yes, that white sugar, invisible on so many labels, that dominates processed foods. It is the biggest saboteur of your hormonal system. And we are not exaggerating. Sugar creates a silent cycle. First, it gives you quick energy. Then, it crashes you. Then, it generates anxiety. Then, guilt. Then, a desire for more. But the worst part is not that. It is what it does to your insulin. When insulin levels rise and fall sharply every day, the body enters a state of resistance. This leads to chronic inflammation, a drop in testosterone, estrogen dysregulation, and an increase in cortisol, the stress hormone. The result? Reduced blood flow to the genitals, decreased lubrication, loss of sensitivity, reduced frequency of nocturnal erections, and decreased response to touch. It's no wonder that many men and women over 60 feel desire running through their fingers without understanding why. It's not age, it's sugar. And the worst part, no one talks about it. Because sugar sells. Because it's addictive. Because it's cultural. But your body doesn't lie. And here's a real fact. Men with high sugar intake have up to 32% less free testosterone. In women, excess glucose is directly linked to sexual dysfunction, decreased lubrication, and lack of orgasm. Pleasure becomes rarefied. Touch no longer has an impact, and it all starts with what you put on your spoon. But there is a way out, and it is sweet too, only natural, alive, and nutritious. Swap refined sugar for raw honey, dates, cinnamon, natural stevia, or even mashed banana in recipes. Cut down on foods with hidden sugar, cereal bars, sweetened yogurts, juice boxes, and observe your body over the next 10 days. Your sleep improves, your energy returns, and yes, your desire reappears. Now, let's change the focus. Let's stop talking about what kills and start talking about what wakes you up. Because if there are foods that extinguish your inner fire, there are also those that light it. And not with false effects, like synthetic stimulants or temporary medicines, but with true results. Organic, progressive, deep. The first desire-activating food is ginger. Yes, this seemingly simple root is a natural blood-stimulating pump. Ginger increases blood flow to the extremities, warms the genital region, improves oxygenation of the brain, and has a mild thermogenic effect, which means more energy and vitality on all levels. Studies show that daily consumption of ginger improves testosterone levels in men and increases pelvic circulation in women, which directly impacts response to touch, pleasure, and lubrication. How to use? Start with an infusion. Boil thin slices of ginger with water, lemon, and a dash of raw honey. Drink it in the morning, still on an empty stomach. And notice how in a few days your body wakes up feeling warmer, more energetic, and more desire. The second activating food is a red fruit, the pomegranate. This fruit, rich in antioxidants and polyphenols, has a direct effect on the vascularization of the genital region in both men and women. A study published in the Journal of Urology has shown that pomegranate juice consumed for just 15 days significantly increased erectile function and sexual response in elderly couples. What's more, it improves mood, reduces oxidative stress, and prolongs the feeling of pleasure. How to consume it? Natural juice, blended with the seed itself and strained at the time. or in salads, natural yogurts, and even as tea with the dried peels. 3 times a week is enough to activate the entire system. And the third? The third libido-activating food is perhaps the most symbolic of all: dark chocolate, with over 70% cocoa. But be careful, not just any chocolate. We're talking about pure cocoa, rich in phenylethylamine, a compound that stimulates the release of dopamine, the pleasure neurotransmitter. In addition, it contains theobromine, which dilates blood vessels, increases bodily sensitivity, and awakens desire in a subtle, natural, and deeply pleasurable way. A small square of dark chocolate a day, especially at night, can reignite your body and mind in surprising ways. And it doesn't stop there. In the next part, we'll put together a simple 5-day eating plan, focused exclusively on activating your vital energy and desire, with suggested menus, times, and combinations that will transform your body in no time. Are you ready to rediscover the pleasure your body has never forgotten? Now that you know which foods are draining your energy and slowly killing your desire, and you know the ingredients that can awaken your body naturally, it's time for the most important part, putting it into practice. And to do that, I've prepared a simple eating plan that you can follow for just 5 days, and you'll already feel the difference. Nothing complicated, nothing expensive, nothing out of your reach. It's one step at a time, made for you who want to regain pleasure, enthusiasm, and your own body. So grab a pen and paper if you want to write it down, or just listen to me carefully. Let's go together, day by day. Day 1, it's time to wake up your body. Early in the morning, start with a warm infusion of ginger, lemon, and a little raw honey. Then a slice of whole wheat bread with mashed avocado and chia seeds. That's it. Your morning has already started differently. For lunch, make grilled fish with olive oil, accompanied by quinoa and a salad with green leaves and pomegranate. Pomegranate, by the way, is wonderful for circulation, you know. In the afternoon, a natural unsweetened yogurt with cocoa and some chopped nuts. And at night, finish with a pumpkin soup with ginger and a chamomile tea with cinnamon. Before going to sleep, just breathe deeply for 5 minutes. Close your eyes. Feel your body. No pressure, just presence. Day 2. This is the day to activate your hormones. For breakfast, make a smoothie with cashew milk, banana, cinnamon, and flaxseed. Delicious. Lunch, turmeric chicken and red rice, plus a raw salad with beets and carrots. For a snack, an apple with a spoonful of peanut butter, sugar-free of course. For dinner, omelet with spinach, onion, and peppers, and a cup of ginger and mint tea to relax. Before going to bed, give yourself a little caress, a light touch, a reconnection with your body, with respect and without rushing. Day 3. Now it's time to get the blood flowing. Start with ginger and turmeric tea and oatmeal with banana, cinnamon, and pure cocoa. Light lunch, lean meat or grilled tofu, seasoned lentils and warm salad with cherry tomatoes, arugula, and zucchini. In the afternoon, a handful of dried fruit with a square of 70% cocoa chocolate. Yes, chocolate can, and it helps. For dinner, a cream of peas with mint and wholemeal toast. And before bed, a foot massage with warm oil. It can be coconut or almond oil. It's a treat for your body that makes all the difference. Day 4. Let's awaken your senses. Start with hibiscus tea with lemon and tapioca with scrambled egg and parsley. For lunch, grilled salmon with a flaxseed crust, sweet potato puree, and steamed broccoli with olive oil. For a snack, peach with chestnuts. For dinner, warm salad with chickpeas, roasted tomatoes and olive oil, and a fresh pomegranate juice with mint. Before going to sleep, put on some light music, close your eyes, and let it pass through your body. Music is also a touch. Day 5. It's the day to reconnect with pleasure. In the morning, warm tea with ginger, cloves, and cinnamon. Serve with banana, oat, egg, and cocoa pancakes with a drizzle of raw honey on top. For lunch, shredded chicken with homemade mustard sauce, brown rice with carrots, and a leafy salad with beetroot. For a snack, natural yogurt with chia and another square of dark chocolate. To finish, a vegetable soup with turmeric, ginger, and garlic with chickpea toast. And before you go to sleep, look at yourself in the mirror. Really look at yourself. Without shame, without criticism. Just look. Touch your face, your shoulders, and thank your body for being with you for so long. It deserves it. Repeat this plan as often as you like. You can adapt it, you can adjust it, but keep the intention. What matters is that when you eat with truth, move with presence, and touch yourself with care, the pleasure returns. It always does. Because it never went away, it was just waiting for you to come back to you. You already know the foods that suppress desire. You've also heard about those that awaken the body and mind. But there is one detail that sets apart people who maintain pleasure and energy even after 60, their daily lifestyle. Because it's not enough to eat right for 1 or 2 days. The secret is in what you repeat without realizing it. Let's now look at places in the world where seniors not only have an active sex life, but also a healthy, frequent, and connected one. Places like Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Italy, and Vilcabamba in Ecuador. In these blue spots of longevity, men and women over 70, 80, and even 90 years old report still feeling desire, having pleasurable relationships, and having energy for much more than one might imagine. And what do they do differently? 3 simple things that you can start today. First habit, natural movement every day. These people don't go to the gym. They move with purpose. They walk, garden, dance, climb small hills, carry natural foods from the market. Moving your body not only improves circulation, it stimulates hormones like endorphins, dopamine, and testosterone. You don't have to run, but you do need to wean your body from inertia. Walk after lunch, climb stairs, move your hips lightly, stretch in the morning. All of this activates your sexuality without you even realizing it. Second habit, simple meals, but rich in real nutrients. You'll never see an Italian grandpa eating sandwich cookies for breakfast, or a Japanese lady drinking chocolate milk and white bread. These cultures value real food, homemade, no labels, no over-industrialization. And what's more, they eat calmly, they chew slowly, they savor. This simple act of eating with presence is, in itself, a stimulus to the parasympathetic system, the same system responsible for sexual arousal. Eating in a hurry kills pleasure. Eating with presence gives it back. Third habit, emotional touch and constant affective bonds. In our culture, the elderly are often isolated, treated as someone who no longer feels anything. But in these regions, touch is part of everyday life. Affection between neighbors, between generations, long hugs, shared laughter, attentive looks. Continuous affection feeds self-esteem, and self-esteem feeds desire. Many of the most sexually active seniors maintain deep emotional bonds with those around them. Sometimes it's not a steady partner. Sometimes it's just constant exchange. The dialogue, the touch, the respect. And all of this stimulates the brain to continue releasing oxytocin, the hormone of love, pleasure, and connection. Now think, what is your routine like? Do you move lightly, or do you spend the day sitting? Do you eat in a hurry or savor with intention? Do you touch and are touched? Do you connect with someone without rushing, without pressure, just by being present? All of this influences your desire more than any medicine, any capsule, any advertisement. And here's a secret. Your body adapts to how you treat it. If you silence it, it goes to sleep. If you ignore it, it turns off. But if you listen to it, if you treat it with respect, pleasure, and living nourishment, it responds with sensations you thought you had lost. And it's not too late. It's never too late. Studies show that people who start simple changes at 65 already reap the benefits at 67. Pleasure, energy, desire are not the privilege of young people. They are the right of those who care, of those who decide to start over. In the last part, we will close this journey with a deep reflection and an emotional plan to reconnect with one's own body, aimed at those who are ready to leave the automatic and truly live with desire, health, and dignity. Maybe you've come this far with a lump in your throat. Maybe you've seen yourself in every word, in every silence, in every choice you made thinking it was the right thing to do. And now you realize that maybe that's what took you away from yourself. But know this, there is no blame here, just an invitation to reconnect with the body that has sustained you for decades, with the skin that has felt love, warmth, desire. With the mind that, even with so many responsibilities, still holds memories of good touches, of warm looks, of nights when pleasure was light, simple and possible. Most people think of libido as a lost spark, but in reality, it is a seed. And seeds don't die. They only go dormant when the soil dries out. And the soil in this case is you. Your routine, your breathing, your plate, your courage to look at yourself and ask, what am I denying myself every day without realizing it? When you remove the foods that silence your body, when you put on your plate what nourishes your circulation, your hormones, your senses, when you move with intention and allow the blood to warm your extremities again, when you touch yourself with respect, when you look at yourself with affection, desire returns. It doesn't come rushing in, it doesn't come shouting. It comes gently, with presence, with truth. Many people expect pleasure as if it were something external, as if it needed to come from someone, from something, from outside. But it starts within. Pleasure begins when you decide to put yourself back at the center of your own life. And it doesn't matter if it's been 10, 15, or 20 years since you felt desire. It's still there. It hasn't gone away. It just needs space, food, light. So, starting today, commit to 3 simple things. 1. Eat with truth. Choose foods that are good not only for your body, but also for your heart, that respect your age, but also your strength. 2. Touch your body with dignity, not as if it were something old or forgotten, but as sacred territory, like a garden that still blooms, if well cared for. 3. Stop accepting as normal what should never be, the total loss of pleasure. Pleasure is not vanity. It is not luxury. It is health. It is connection. It is life. And finally, if you still feel ashamed, afraid, insecure, remember something simple. You are not alone. Thousands of people watching this video are feeling the same way. And thousands will start this transformation with you. And maybe by sharing, by commenting, by opening the conversation, you will not only heal yourself, but also help someone else reconnect with their body. If this message touched you, share it. Send it to someone who needs it. Comment below how this journey touched your heart. And above all, remember, pleasure has no expiration date. It wants to come back. You just have to open the door. If this video spoke to you, to your body, to your story, then like, share, and subscribe. Comment below, did you feel a difference in your body when you changed your diet? And send this video to someone who deserves to rediscover the pleasure of living with health and desire.